Good evening, everyone. My name is Stephanie Agostini. You're here at the After Hours Chat. Our question tonight, what is your pet peeve?
We're only allowed to pick one.
Everybody.
Yeah. Just one?
Just one at a time.
There's a lot.
Tell us, Q. Come on, tell us what comes to mind.
I have one.
Which one?
My biggest pet peeve in my family that kills me every day is my humans who live with me, my husband and my two sons. They leave their shoes in a place where I walk. Literally every day, I slip, I flip, I trip on the shoes, yelling at them. One day you will kill me. It is a huge pet peeve. Their shoes are in. We have a shoe closet. We have ample space for shoes, and I still feel like I'm gonna die one day of tripping on one of their shoes. What's your pet peeve?
I have something similar to the shoes idea, but and I do realize it's going to be unrealistic, is that I would like one certain human in my family to stop putting my shoes away and know that I'm going to wear them shortly after they've been placed where they are, and not put them away and make me wonder, where are my shoes or my purse? And just leave them be, and then I'll find them again. So that
is this your husband or your daughter who does this? Are you going to tell us?
It's my husband. He's here, and he still hasn't figured it out not to do it. But and he's not reading my mind yet, so I'm just going to just take it as it is, I guess.
Have a pet peeve. My biggest pet peeve, I think it's started when I was really young, actually, is a little more serious than that. It's people not following through with what they've committed to. There's an old saying, I don't know if you guys are familiar with it, that you're only as good as your word. And to me, it's like, if I say I'm going to do something, unless there's some extraordinary circumstance that I really can't, and then I, communicate that. But for people who promise things knowing they're not going to follow through, but they just say what you want to hear in the moment, biggest pet peeve. I learned not to trust people then when they do that over and over. So yeah, that's mine.
That drives me nuts, Teresa. I'm with you. That drives me absolutely nuts. Like talk the talk and walk the walk. Saying, like a lot of times, for those that I have experience with that, I'm like, okay, I heard you. I'll believe it when I see it. Is kind of what I usually say, because that drives me insane.
Insane, Becca. I get Teresa and Becca. Yeah, I relate to that too. I think for me, it's a personal responsibility. Yeah. It's when they can own their own stuff and say, okay, I made a mistake, or I'm wrong, or own what they've done, and even own their successes as well as the challenges. But if they can own and not blame, that's a beautiful thing.
I would have to say my pet peeve is when people are like crossing the street and they're on their cell phones and they're not paying attention. Like it gets to a point where I just want to yell out the window, like, get off your damn phone when you're crossing the street. Worry about your safety. So
and you're very into your phone persona. I'm surprised.
I know.
That's one of your pet peeves.
That's just a pet peeve because I see it so often. It's like, I'm going to realize I'm not going to do that when I cross the street.
Hopefully they're organ donors when they get hit. Sorry, did I just say that out loud?
Oh dear. Oh my gosh.
What's your pet peeve, Kiara? Get it out now, because we're not going to have time. Come on.
As much as it is follow through with what you're saying, I hate being underestimated, or just because I'm a happy, bubbly person, they think that I'm dumb and I don't have a brain and I don't have a voice and I don't have an opinion. Wow. Listen, I can be a happy person, but don't treat me like an idiot and treat me like a fool. Everyone deserves that respect. So I don't know. That's my pet peeve. There's many more, but that's a good one.
Nice.
I'm going to share one. especially now during COVID, you see those people that wear their mask down here, and they leave their nose and their mouth open. I cannot stand it. And then they're coughing and talking loud and laughing. So the mask is right here, right here. What are you coughing down here? You know what I mean?
They must be wearing it like the weather.
You're a nurse, right? You're a nurse, right?
Gloves on, and but they're not covering the most important part.
It's like,
Yeah. It's right here.
My sweet mother at 91, she wore it as a hat once.
I cannot stand it. It drives me nuts.
Margot, you
Yes,
gotta jump.
yes.
You gotta jump in, Margot. Come on.
I just get too excited listening to you guys. I just sit here and listen. I have the same kind of pet peeve, I think, as a few people have said, is the like no is an answer. And sometimes I'll be in a conversation with somebody about something and they'll just stop talking, or I'll ask a question and I won't get any response. And I feel like I'm too old to play games or play chase or whatever. And it's like, can you just say yes or no? And then I will move on, because it's like, oh, hello, are you there? Like, did we lose each other? And anyway, that kind of drives me nuts, because I don't have time for that. So it's sort of just leaving the conversation. They're gone.
Ida?
I think my pet peeve is when people just always late for a meeting, late to show up.
You took mine. You took mine.
Well, you read minds. I think someone that's about tardiness, it's rude. When you're rude, when you're not considerate about the other person, that's not acceptable. So but that's my pet peeve. What about
I totally agree, Gita.
Let's go to Kim.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, because Kiara, your pet peeve was people who underestimate you. Mine is kind of it's not the opposite, but it's the other side of that. My pet peeve is when people try to tell me what I'm thinking. And it's something that I grew up with in my household, and I found that it popped up in relationships and in that where they, I know you're angry, or I know you think this, or I know you think that, and I'm like, you don't know anything about what's going on in my head right now. And that will set me off. That's my one hot button that will totally set me off.
But they kind of go hand in hand, don't they?
They do.
They do.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yep.
So clearly none of you are gonna die from tripping on a shoe. Will you just come to my funeral?
Oh, I will. Like, don't you love like the dirty laundry next to the hamper?
That's my life.
Val, what about you?
I go with Gita, and I think you mentioned it too. Time. It's like, my time's precious to me, so you make sure you're on time. If I'm there, you need to be there. Sorry.
Except if you don't know which place you're going to, because there's multiple of those and you attend the wrong coffee shop. That's okay, Val, we know. Barb, you're next, Barb.
I think it's late, being late.
What,
That's
Barb?
my own being
Yes,
late.
what's your pet peeve?
Late.
Oh, you don't like late. There's a lot of lates on this channel.
Yeah.
Don't be late.
Yeah.
You killed me, Kathy.
By the way, I do know what you'd like on a deserted island if you're by yourself too. I did watch that. So I was like, okay, digressing. Was just thinking that like I'm dumb, or I don't understand something, or you don't get to tell me how I feel. Like a lot of them, it's a lot. But the first one that came to mind when he posed the question was really about being tardy, because that is a respect and back and forth. And yeah, things happen. I get it, but
when it's consistent, that's rude.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. We don't have Tanya tonight with the words or anything, but she did a trivia show, so we miss her. We miss her. Here's the chat. Anyways, thanks so much, ladies. Thank you so much. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.
Bye.
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 Thank you.